We're testing the 2022 Honda Ridgeline Black Edition autopilot controls. Not really autopilot, not advertised as autopilot in any sense of the word, more driver assist features. We've got lane keep assist going right now. That is the LKAS light on the instrument cluster, controlled with a button to the bottom left of the steering wheel. Looks like it's keeping you from going outside the lines. Just for note, we also have parking sensors for close object warning on, same button area above. We also have cruise control set at 65, set at 60, definitely set at 60. And we are just letting the system do what it wants to do within reason. Right now, all I have is my right three fingers resting on the steering wheel, just to give it that steering detection, and I'm doing my best to resist trying to jerk certain motions out. We are coming up to an exit ramp, so we are going to slow down. It's going to turn off our cruise control settings, adaptive cruise control, sorry. Specify that. The ACC light on your dash, adaptive cruise control, controlled with the right side thumb toggle area of the steering wheel. You've got the zoom for zooming, typical cruise control zoom set. Actually sets just the standard adaptive system. It does not seem like the car has a basic standard cruise control system, meaning that it won't let you just run into something at cruise control speed. Only be able to be used with adapting to your forward motion. For reference, that sensor is actually the Honda symbol on the front of the truck. That is the adaptive cruise control radar system where the sensor is at to protect that system. Last button is a little car symbol with some dashes behind it, and that sets your car length keeping request, like what you want the car to try and do, how close you want to follow. I had mine set at 2 dashes at the time. It's pretty standard where I keep it at. But we are cruising down Boulevard here, and since we came off the exit, the lane detection button, which is right below the right side toggle, right side thumb toggle on the steering wheel. Sorry, I've never actually made a video like this. I was just kind of like, let's do it. And I apologize that the defrost has been on the whole time. It's a bit moist right now. I don't know how the audio is going to come out, but I at least wanted to put this out there if anybody was wondering what the system is like. What I found before starting the video was that on long straight stretches of freeway, you have pretty good adaptive response to curves, to other cars nearby. I also have the blind spot detection system on, so it just as a system, doesn't really stop the car from doing anything. You can drive straight into the car next to you if you really want to. There's no system that's going to deter you from doing that, as far as I'm aware, in any of the literature I've read. Please comment, correct me if I'm wrong, but I've yet to try and just drive into the side of another vehicle. We're going 37 right now, 38, 39, 40, in a 40 zone on this boulevard, and we are not getting any detection from the lane detection system, which I remind you is that bottom right button below the right side thumb toggle system for the adaptive cruise control. It's just an on and off button. And what I was saying was, on the interstate, it did pretty good. There was a point where it let me drive over the solid yellow on the left, in the most left lane, and it let me hit the rumble strip. There's probably 3 feet of shoulder before the hard barrier, so nothing really unsafe, just definitely not preferred. And it did start correcting and figuring out that it's not where it needs to be. The lane keep assist system was going off and all those kind of lights. It started to correct, and then it popped up the steering required notification. So I am curious if that steering required notification, not only is it a sensor in the steering wheel, I don't know if it's a conductive sensor or a pressure sensor. I know some manufacturers have used pressure sensors where you have to have a certain amount of basically contact with the steering wheel. This one does not seem to require that. It mostly seems to require a certain level of just physical touch, and in a system setting like that where it started correcting in a curve as well, just to specify that was a curve I was taking on the interstate where it started having that issue keeping me where I need to be. And other than that, it did pretty good. I would say it's a decent assist system. I would not trust this hands off. That's not what the system is designed for. It is designed, honestly, more like for me to basically act like a zombie on really well-defined, marked, delineated highway speed roads, interstates, basically. Really good for interstates. Can be okay for certain highways. Here in Oregon, we have a lot of rural highways. I would not suggest it there. There can always be paint breaks and stuff, and I don't know what the system is going to do if there's a paint break and it's basically controlling everything other than just letting you crash, just stop responding with any type of input to protect you, which again it's not what the system is necessarily trying. It's really not intended to remove the human interaction of the system. It's very, very, very required. Do not try and drive vehicles like this. I mean, I would even suggest sorry, I'm trying to adjust my color ratio here. I would even suggest systems like Tesla, like, they're not, call it autopilot, they're not really telling people that you can just hands off, close your eyes, don't pay attention. That's not what it's going to be like, and that's not what they're saying specifically. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Just wanted to let some people know if they were curious about the system, how the system works, specifically where those buttons are. And the Ridgeline makes it really, really easy. Since we're at a red light, I want to take a second to show you guys this. I mean, if you haven't seen it up close and personal, the adaptive cruise control system, the lane watch system, the lane detection system, controls for the infotainment system, not the infotainment system, sorry, the cluster information, controls for phone, controls for stereo, pretty generic stuff. But then down here, they've got all of these sweet buttons that make it really easy and simple, picture-wise for one, and two, light on or light off. Specifically, you see the traction control system one and the forward collision mitigation are off switches. I have to choose to turn them off. They are default on. And then that's versus the basically parking detection to object system, alerts of stuff being close to you while moving or not moving. And then the lane keep assist system, LKAS, on your dash again, which looks like that. I mean, overall, the system is pretty nice. And I specifically wanted to show this at night just because one of the things that some people were like, oh, the black edition isn't worth it. You can't see it in the passenger footwell, but you can see it in the driver footwell. That, one, they're illuminated. Two, door pockets are illuminated. And three, in the black edition, the all of the blue lights that you would normally see in like the Pilot, the Passport, the normal version of the Ridgeline have all been replaced with red lighting. I think it's cool, and that's what I've got to say on it. Sorry, it's a kind of longer video, but if you wanted to see, if you wanted to look at the features, like, subscribe, share, steal, repurpose, repossess. I don't know. Uh, Comment. I like to engage with comments. If you guys have things you want to know, things you want me to do, I don't jump off a cliff. Well, it depends on the cliff, but we can get to that bridge when we don't cross it.